Hey, Becky Shapiro, mind, body, spirit coach, soul compass. Last time I jumped on this week, I was talking about how, about this time last year, I was seeing all kinds of signs of the sloth, and it was, obviously a representation that I needed to slow down. And this is actually really difficult for a lot of adults, especially those of us that are caregivers of some kind, whether we're parents or teachers, or maybe you have relatives that you're taking care of. And so there are extra things going on in your life that require your attention. And so it is really hard to slow down. I know. And it took me probably a year and a half to finally feel comfortable slowing down, letting go of some responsibilities. It's okay that not everything gets done. It's okay if somebody else helps. It's okay to ask for help. So once I finally felt not selfish for slowing down and being comfortable with it, I had to learn how the next part of my journey in working with my feminine side was learning how to flow during my day. Because most of us, we live in a masculine day, and then we try and relax and rest, bring out the feminine in the evening, but usually that doesn't even happen because we're so busy. We've got things that we're finishing up, putting away, we're getting ready for the next day. And so we completely leave out anything feminine during most of the day, but especially what we consider our work hours. So when I left my teaching job in 2000, I think it was 19, I felt like I still needed to work. And by the way, teachers don't work 9 to 5. Teachers work like 7 to 6, and then usually they have grading to do in the evenings. So when I left that very masculine go, go, go energy of a job, I wasn't sure how to change my normal day-to-day Monday through Friday as I became an entrepreneur and started my own business helping people heal. And so I was trying to stick to a very rigid schedule in the beginning. Like, okay, this is what I'm going to do during this block of time, and this is what I'm going to do during this block of time. Because that's what I had to live with for over 2 decades of constantly, as a teacher, constantly on a clock. You have to be here at this time, and you have to do this at this time. And I didn't hate it. Honestly, I've always loved to know exactly what time it is. I'm a very organized, structured person. So it didn't really bother me a whole lot until I didn't need that anymore. And then I was like, what am I supposed to do at this time and this time? Like, there was nobody telling me that's what I needed to do. And so I had to learn. First of all, I created my own schedule. And then after a while, I just completely got rid of it because it wasn't necessary. I wasn't allowing myself to flow through my day. I was trying to stick to that very strict, rigid schedule that I had been in for so many years. And so if you're not in a job where you need a strict schedule, then I highly encourage you to kind of let go of that rigidity and allow yourself to flow more. Now, what do I mean by that? I keep talking about flowing. Okay, I had to kind of learn what this means. And it's still possible to flow more, even if you are a teacher or, a nurse, or you have a job of some kind where you're on the clock and there are things that are expected of you through the day. It is still possible to add in some flow. So what do I mean by that? I mean that if you're only working all day long, which is what some of us do, then you're burning yourself out. You're overwhelming not only yourself physically, but also emotionally, mentally, energetically. And so we're not meant to just be in masculine energy all day long. We're meant to flow, kind of like a wave, between masculine and feminine energy. And so we need to take breaks. We need to take breaks, and we need to allow ourselves to rest more, relax, let our brain slow down a little bit. If you're on a computer all day long, which a lot of us are, a lot of my day now is on a computer, whether it's for work or whether I'm learning, or even if I'm doing a meditation, I might have something pulled up on the computer. So we're looking at a screen a lot. We got to take breaks from that. If you're taking a break and your job is on a computer, don't take a break that's on the computer. Get up, go outside for a little bit, take an actual break, okay? So there are ways to flow more through your day. So what I'm encouraging you to do And again, you may not have that kind of a job where you can take, like, okay, I'm going to take a 20-minute break right now. Maybe that's not doable for your current job, but you can still find ways to take mini breaks. When I was still teaching, breaks were something that we incorporated into the day, because not only did I need a break, but my students needed a break. So we would do what I called brain breaks. We would actually take breaks. They were usually around 5 to 10 minutes. I would put on something fun and silly for them to dance to. They loved it. But it also gave me a break. Whether I danced with them or I didn't, it still gave me just a little bit of a break. I also would put on some breathing breaks where it would walk them through how to do like the bee breath or snake breath. They had all these cute things for kids, but adults need these breaks too. So whether you're taking a 3-minute guided meditation break or, your bathroom break while you're in the bathroom, stay off your phone and just take a couple breaths. Allow yourself to ground back in and reconnect with yourself. If you have a lunch break, try to get outside if you can. Go get out into some nature and enjoy looking at the trees, feeling the energy of the grass, walking barefoot if you can. Finding ways to incorporate these breaks in. Now, I will tell you, a lot of people work from home now, and they're on their computer all day long, for their job, or maybe they own a business, and they're still not taking breaks. I know, because this was me for a while. I wasn't taking breaks because I felt like, we're trained to be on the job from the 9 to 5. And honestly, it's not the healthiest way to live. And you're exhausted by the end of the day because you haven't allowed yourself to take breaks. So if you are a work from home kind of person now and you have the ability to take those breaks, then again, I'm encouraging you to find ways to incorporate them into your day. And so maybe that means not scheduling so many things back to back, giving yourself some wiggle room so that you can get up, go have a snack, pet your dog for 5 minutes, whatever gets you away from that masculine go, go, go energy. It's learning how to flow better through your day. Deliberately allowing the feminine in, feminine activities, because that's how we were meant to live. Not just masculine all day long and then just sleep at night. And then that's the only feminine. That's the only time that we connect with our feminine side is in sleep. That's not how we're meant to work. We're meant to ebb and flow through the day, but that's not what we've been forced to do based on, societal guidelines and restrictions. So if you can, incorporate as much feminine rest, receiving, relaxation, short little activities and breaks in as you can. If you are in a strict 9 to 5 job, just find little ways to incorporate it in. Maybe set a timer every hour where you're just going to stop for a minute and take some breaths. Get outside on your lunch break. Do what you can, because and a lot of people don't believe this. It's a mind shift. They think, well, I've got to get all my work done. This is my allotted time to work, so this is when I'm going to get it all done, and I have to work all the way through it. And that is not the most beneficial way to work. It's not really conducive to being at your best all day long. You get tired, you make mistakes, you get to the point where you're like, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore. Whereas if you build in those breaks and you allow yourself